And recording. So I've been meaning to get back to Periphery. So far, I've only reacted to one video by them, a song by the name of Reptile, which awesome track. I dug the hell out of it. And in that reaction video, I mentioned how I thought I might have been exposed to this band one time before from a video game. And someone in the comments actually let me know I was actually thinking of a track from Halo 2. So I heard that, I heard Reptile, and now I'm taking my third foray into this band. And based off the suggestions I had, I was going to do Stranger Things, but it looks like that's the last song off of a concept album. So that might be one I do later on. So I just went ahead and picked one at random. I'm going to be doing Satellites, which is also off the same album as Reptile. Hail Stan. And the song's about 9.5 minutes. And that hits the sweet spot for me as far as like song construction. Like I like 9 to 10 minute like songs. So I'm very excited for this. Go! I like that tone. The delay. Ghost notes.
The heart went in two ways, and the brain is gone in stereo. Invent and reinvest. What do we know? Why do we do it? Not enough to carry on alone. What's left of simple life and beauty all around? Left in the arms of the living, I shake. Left in the cold, a cut upon the scale. They're always sharp in the beginning. Where is the love and the bend and the break? This is our home. A cut upon the scale. They're always sharp in the beginning. We stick to the two lanes, live on the road, shy away from the natural. What do we know? It's not enough to carry on alone. What's left of simple life and beauty all around? Left in the hands of the living, I burn, but to return. A sheet upon the sphere, the simple heart is the exterior. Where is the love and the bend and the break? This is our home. A cut upon the scale. They're always sharp in the beginning.
So I'm stopping it right there because it sounds like it might switch up into something heavier, which I've been waiting for. This piece has been really, or this section has been really mellow, and I kind of like the way he's flipping his vocals into the falsetto. There's a little whiny kind of quality to his voice, but it works with the what the guitar is playing, which again I like the tone, I like the delay effect. But yeah, this is kind of like slow sounding. So I'm anticipating a change in just the way the instrumentation is being applied to this song. But Yeah, so far it sounds really pleasant. Let me back that up just a smidge. Go.
They're always sharp in the beginning.
This part reminds me of like Interpol. A little bit. I like this space.
Down in the blue, damaged by the new. Beyond the tide, far from home.
Really interesting drum pattern.
But this is us, this is life, it's suicide. We're all 10 feet tall, rolling in that wall.
This is us. This is life. Suicide.
The mountain cracks from the kicks we gave. The blade will split in two and swallow where we lay. Swallow where we lay. We're pushing the mistakes and the love that we take. The blade will split in two and swallow where we lay. Swallow where we lay. We're pushing down in a hole right before our eyes. The rising heat and the melting ice. Now we care for his blood inside. Mountains, the love we take and the grave mistakes. The land we rape, that's what it's like. And always strive for his blood inside. We're going under. We're going under. It's not worth taking the fall. Not worth losing it all. We're going under. We're going under. We'll drop dead at the end of the fall. It's not worth losing it all. We're going under. We're going under.
Time signature.
Down in the blue.
Pause it right there. There's a lot that happened since the last time I paused it. It went into like a really interesting drum pattern when it was still pretty mellow that kind of had like a jazzy aspect to it. I enjoyed a whole hell of a lot. It it just sounded really interesting. And then it finally went into that heavy section that I was waiting for, that I was anticipating. They dragged that down, or dragged it out, I should say, a little bit more than I was expecting. But again, that becomes more satisfying. The more I want it, the more they're keeping it away from me. So when I finally get it, I just enjoy it that much more. And the way he was flipping into falsettos earlier, he kind of did something similar when he started going into his screaming, and just kind of like it sounded almost like he was straining his voice when he was going so high, but he was hitting the notes. Like he was on tune and in tone. So, yeah, obviously he is not hurting himself or anything, but he was getting the desired effect, and it sounded so good. And then while he's doing that, the chunky chords that are happening, the progression kind of went in a different direction than I thought it would, because it's sort of building up, but then it goes down, and the bass notes just create like this wave form at the bottom of the mix that just sounds so pleasing. And then once you're getting used to that and settling into that groove, time signature changes, and it just becomes like a more elaborate version of that, and the bass joins in and doubles it. So yeah, yeah, I'm enjoying this portion of the song like a lot. Let me backtrack just a bit. Go.
Down in the blue, damaged by the new, beyond the tide, far from all. But this is us, this is life, it's suicide. We're all 10 feet tall, rolling in that ball. Let's get under the life begins as I grow.
Is that a drum kit or a drum pad?
Let's get under the road. Life begins as I grow.
That space again.
Better skin under the road. Life begins as I grow. Better skin under the road. Life begins as I grow. We're going under. We're going under. We're going under.
20 seconds of outro. That last minute and a half hit so hard. Like it gave you that space break again to sort of catch your breath, then just dropped and hit you over the head with just like a staggering amount of power. Like just so much distortion. It goes back into that heavy riff and then transitions back into that time signature change where it's just ooh, ooh. The screaming especially like fits really well with this really low end kind of riffage to go into that high end kind of screaming where it just creates even more space since there was nothing happening right before it. You create space this way, then you create space this way. So it's dynamically really cool, and it just sounds very interesting in the mix. I, I'm I think of the mix as a kind of cube. So you hear sounds on the bottom, you hear sounds at the top and in the middle, you hear them in the front, you hear them in the back. So there's like a three dimensionality to it, and they kind of explored pretty much every crevice of that cube with this. I will say, like, I think the first section that went for like 3 minutes could have maybe been cut by like a minute to make everything a little bit tighter, but that's a nitpicking kind of thing. Um, why be mad and complain about something that you enjoyed that you want to be even longer sometimes when you're enjoying it? But yeah, I need to hear more. I think there was another track off that album called Follow Your Ghost that I was suggested. If it's from another album, I'm not sure. But I was told it's from this album. So I'll probably do that one next. And then after that, I'll switch over to another album, see how it sounds from one to the other. Because this is album number 4, Hail Stan. And yeah, I don't know how recent this is. I'm going to have to double check and see when this came out and just kind of like use this as a reference point going forward to what their sound is. And I'm definitely going to do more because I'm loving the hell out of this band. Yeah, more.